Subnormal. Subnormal intelligence represents the most limited form of human cognition. People at this level often have an IQ below 70, usually linked to genetic factors, brain injury, or developmental complications. Their world is direct and sensory. They respond to tone, touch, and emotion more than logic or language. Simple tasks like eating or dressing may require lifelong assistance, yet emotional perception remains vivid. They feel kindness, fear, frustration, sometimes more purely than others ever could. Modern understanding replaces old labels with empathy and inclusion. With care, structure, and love, these individuals can experience deep connection and joy in their own rhythm. Their presence reminds us, intelligence measures function, but emotion measures humanity. They see life not through words, but through feeling, and that too is a form of brilliance. Below average. Below average intelligence falls between IQ 70 and 85. These individuals live independently, but often struggle with complex reasoning or abstract thought. They learn best through practice and repetition rather than theory. School may be difficult, yet their emotional intuition is often strikingly strong. They thrive in structured jobs, caregivers, drivers, craftsmen, where clarity and consistency matter. What they may lack in analysis, they make up for in loyalty, warmth, and persistence. They sense emotions quickly, build trust easily, and connect genuinely. Society tends to undervalue this kind of mind, mistaking simplicity for limitation, but they hold the intelligence of community, the kind that keeps life grounded and kind. Respect their rhythm, and they'll show you wisdom that can't be measured by any test. Average. Most humans live here, in the comfort of average intelligence. It allows people to read, plan, communicate, and solve daily problems. Teachers, nurses, shop owners, technicians, they keep the world running. It's stable, functional, and enough to adapt to life's rhythm. But average intelligence has a hidden trap. It feels complete. Many stop questioning, believing they already understand how things work. They confuse being right with being aware. It's not ignorance, it's comfort disguised as knowledge. This level breeds confidence but rarely curiosity. Growth often halts not because people can't evolve, but because life already works. The mind settles, routines take over, and the spark of wonder dims. To rise beyond average, one must first realize, understanding is not the same as awakening. Above average. Above average minds think fast and connect ideas effortlessly. They notice patterns others miss, anticipate outcomes before others see problems. In school, they may feel impatient. Classes move too slow, conversations too shallow. They crave depth, logic, and challenge. Mathematics, philosophy, and engineering often feel like home. Yet, this awareness can isolate them. They learn to blend in, to speak slower, to simplify themselves just to be understood. They may smile outwardly but feel detached inside. High cognition can become a quiet prison, seeing too much, too early. The danger isn't arrogance, it's disconnection. When brilliance forgets empathy, it becomes loneliness in disguise. True intelligence learns not just to think faster, but to feel deeper. High intelligence, IQs between 130 and 145, belongs to about 2% of people. They learn fast, think abstractly, and intuitively grasp complex systems. They don't just absorb information, they see structures forming beneath it. School feels optional. Curiosity is their real teacher. They might build theories, write code, or dive deep into puzzles just for fun. But emotional growth often lags behind cognitive speed. They feel misunderstood, out of sync with their peers, sometimes even alienated. Yet when nurtured, they become innovators and leaders of thought. They push science, philosophy, and art forward. True high intelligence isn't about knowing more, it's about seeing differently. It's the rare ability to map the invisible and question what everyone else assumes is true. Gifted. Gifted intelligence begins where measurement stops, typically above IQ 145. But giftedness is not just speed of thought, it's depth of perception. These minds see connections across disciplines, linking emotion to logic, music to math. From an early age, they display curiosity that borders on obsession. They self-teach, experiment, and often challenge authority without meaning to. They feel the weight of slow systems and shallow answers. Their thoughts move fast, but their emotions even faster. It's both a gift and a burden, intense, isolating, luminous. When supported, they become artists, inventors, visionaries. They don't just solve problems, they redefine what a problem is. Their genius lives in that quiet space where creativity meets chaos. Genius! Genius is not just intellect. It's a different kind of architecture. Geniuses don't play within systems, they redesign them. They don't master rules, they ask why the rules exist. Think of Einstein, Tesla, Ramanujan, minds that reshape the limits of thought. They see sideways when others see straight. Their ideas challenge reality itself. But genius rarely feels like a blessing. It's isolation at the speed of light, too fast for the world to follow. Institutions can't contain them. Society often misunderstands them. They're ridiculed before they're revered. A genius's curse is to live in tomorrow while trapped in today. Yet, without them, the boundaries of what's possible would never move. Polymath. Polymaths are geniuses with range. They master multiple fields: science, art, philosophy, invention. Leonardo da Vinci painted, engineered, and studied anatomy. Franklin shaped science and politics alike. Their minds weave disciplines together like threads of one grand pattern. They don't just learn, they synthesize. They find music in numbers, physics in poetry, and meaning in connection. Their curiosity is endless. Their work spans decades. But polymathy demands patience, obsession, and the courage to stay curious forever. In an age of narrow expertise, polymaths remind us of what we've lost: the freedom to explore everything. They show that brilliance is not depth alone, but also breadth, the ability to unite what others keep apart. Visionary. Visionary intelligence sees not just what is, but what could be. It blends intellect, intuition, and audacity. While polymaths master systems, visionaries transcend them. They imagine futures that seem impossible until they make them real. Their ideas connect science, spirit, and society into something new. They disrupt industries, start movements, and alter the course of history. But their path is lonely, met with doubt, ridicule, even hostility. Still, they persist, fueled by conviction rather than validation. Visionaries don't wait for permission to create. They build the bridges between today and the unimaginable. Their gift is not foresight alone, it's faith in what doesn't exist yet. Transcendent. At the highest level lies transcendent intelligence, where intellect becomes awareness. Here, the mind stops seeking answers and begins to understand the nature of seeking itself. These individuals see beyond ego, systems, and even identity. They recognize patterns in human consciousness, illusions of self, and cycles of thought. Think of Buddha, Socrates, Jung, thinkers who dissolved knowledge to reveal truth. Transcendent minds don't dominate, they dissolve boundaries. Their wisdom is quiet, still, often mistaken for madness. They live not to be right, but to be awake. At this stage, intelligence stops serving ambition, it begins serving understanding. The goal is no longer to know more, but to be more aware. That is the final form of human intelligence.